time takes a stand. Gather round, let's ride. Feel the heat deep inside. Skull and tuck and roll, Jack. Hearts on fire, lead the pack. Skull and tuck and roll now. Look, he will show you how. Feel the thunder wild and free. Unleash the flame for all to see.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to some YouTube talk here on Hump Day. Yeah, hump. Oh, we gotta have some good music. Hold on 1 second. Where is it? We gotta click it up, and yeah, this will be it. Hump Day music.
Bikini draws on fire in the club, all wire. Turn up all desire, higher and higher. Drop the beat, let's go.
Oh my God, I love that song. Holy shit, good morning. Yes, it is Hump Day. It is Hump Day. And a happy birthday, a happy Hump Day birthday to Gary Banja Sandwich Worthington. What is up, brother? Happy birthday. Hell yeah, keep kicking ass and keep taking names, brother. Happy birthday. Hell yeah. Good morning, everybody. Really quick before we get into everything this morning, because boy, do I have a couple of things I really want to talk about. And no, it has nothing to do with the presidential debate or Star Wars theory or that dude in the metal Leia bikini or any of the bullshit that's going on. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. So, but before we get into everything, I just want to say thank you very much. Everybody that has reached out, everybody that has sent emails, messages, DMs, everybody who's donated, everybody who's shared it out. Thank you guys so very much. When we were sitting there going over everything, looking at this, going, how are we going to do this in November? I didn't imagine that it would be this way. It's not fully funded. It's halfway there, math. It's a little over halfway there. Considering it's probably more than that. I haven't looked at the YouTube side, because I know a bunch of people send in super chats and stuff, and I totally count that towards that. So I'll have to look at it. But yes, it's over halfway there. Thank you very much, everybody. And we should, Putin's cat, we should have like a thing. I know I'm going to run into him in San Antonio at the end of next month. Are you still going to that, Loki? I went through Priceline to get my hotel when we got the hotel. That was before we knew about any of this nonsense. I can't get a refund. I have called them. I have talked to the Drury Hotel, which is where we're going to be staying. I cannot get a refund. So yes, we are going still. We're not going to be doing a lot of the stuff that we were going to be doing. If I do not I applied for a press pass. If I don't get a press pass, we probably won't even be in the convention. We'll go off and do something else. I don't know. But, so that is where we are at on that. Yeah, we're still good to go because it's only like a 2-hour drive from here. So, Mark, what are you saying? As much as you've done for a lot of people, do you honestly think people would be there for you, Loki? I wasn't like, that's not where my head was at the time. It wasn't like I was like, oh, nobody's going to be there or anything like that. I wasn't thinking anything like that. It was, once someone suggested it, because I didn't even think about it. I didn't even go there. I didn't even you have to understand something. When I first started, there were a couple of people that used GoFundMe's like an extra paycheck. And I swear to God, I said, I'm never, ever, ever going to ask for anything unless I'm like, I have to break the glass to ask. And that's what happened. So I had to break the glass and ask. I didn't want to. I didn't want to because not because I didn't want to share anything or let anybody know what was going on, but more of I wanted to do everything possible and go over every possible way I could do it without it. Because if you can do that, then do that. If it's going to put you in a horrible position to do that, or you have no way to do that, then ask. Be humble and ask. So, Brian, dude, we miss you so much around here, brother. I wish you were around more. I don't feel bad about that by me saying that. I'm not saying like, dude, where are you? I'm just like, we miss you, bro. You've got such great takes on stuff, and you're such a cool guy. I miss hanging out with you, brother. It's nice to have a morning where I can be here and actually participate in chat. It's great to have you here and have you participate in chat, brother. We miss you. Dude, I love getting to see you. I love it when you get to be here. I know Daryl's out there listening because he said he's on the road and he can't talk. Greetings program. Jill Powers, the River Daughter. I wish I could go to San Antonio. Luckily for us, it's only a couple hours down the road. I wish I could just like undo, because I had the option. You get that option when you're going on the websites and stuff like that. You get that option where it's like, do you want to make sure that you can make this? And I was like, we're going. You know, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We're going. And I guess I'll never do that again. I'll pay the $50. I don't know. I did Priceline because it was cheaper, and I shouldn't have. I should have just called jury, because I could have undone that, and I'd have that money for the cause. Life of Brian. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. Speaker, you are the man, brother. Thank you so very much for that $19.99 super chat. This one, where is it? I know, because I know exactly. Here you go, brother. Long live the fighters. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
Oh, look, he's showing his butt again. Kronos, you can't see my butt, but you're showing your butt. So sure, we can see it. Figure that one out. Hail Valhalla. Hail Project Storytime. Thank you for being here, brother. Wicked Wrench of the East. The crew here is so great. We got Mark the Infinitely Tired, the Madman, the Angry Guy, the Hulk of the Internet. We've got Chris Persia, the Wrench of Dentures. Chris knows everybody. Chris is pretty much cool with everybody. He is the man behind all the thumbnails on this channel. He kicks ass, takes names, chews bubblegum, and doesn't have any bubblegum. And then we got Josh, which is like the Wicked Wrench of the East. He's the one who flies around on the broom laughing at all of us as we do stupid shit. Long live Duke Leto! It's funny, dude. Putin's cat. I was just reading, so I'm going back and reading Dune. Yeah, Loki reads books. It's not the comic book. It's actual Frank Herbert's. And I'm going back and I'm reading Dune. And there's little things you notice about Gurney that you're like, totally see Patrick Stewart as Gurney Halleck. I can totally see that. So absolutely. They did good casting, I think. You say what you want about Paul in that original movie, but overall, I think they did great casting. You read? Yes, I read. And what's even funnier is there are some things about the new movie I really like. There's some things I don't like, but there's some things about both of the new movies that I really liked. and one of those was Stilgar. And I can't help but like when I'm reading Aisan Haib, and you're like, oh shit. Oh, he's so modest. He doesn't want anyone to know. And you're like, damn, dude, I could totally see this guy as Stilgar. I can also totally see the original guy that played Stilgar in the original movie, in the 80s movie. So, yeah, and Gun Buddy, I'm like the same way. I try and pick it up and read like a chapter at least. Get through a chapter. I try to get through a chapter. Just read through the whole Dune series. So last Christmas, I got a really nice hardback set from Eris for Christmas, and that is what I'm reading through. So I'm on the first one. I'm working. These are just the Frank Herbert books. So this isn't anything to do with his son or that other guy or the guy that Mark hates, Kevin J. Anderson. It's just the original books. Oh, the Dune series is an excellent read. Only the first books by Frank Herbert. The ones written by that. See, I told you guys. I knew he's going to bring it up. Because anytime we talk about Dune, it immediately turns to Kevin J. Anderson and that Brian Herbert suck. Kevin J. Anderson was a consultant on the new movies. So I miss Toto. Dude, it's some of the best music. They did great. They did absolutely great. It's all so good. OG Stilgar was the werewolf priest in Silver Bullet. Yes, he was. And Bleach Blonde villain in Under Siege 2. Yes, he was. Absolutely, he was. And a good villain, too. He was a really good villain. He was also a double, I don't know if you call him a double agent in License to Kill. I think it's License to Kill. I know he's like DEA, and he betrays him for millions of dollars. He betrays Bond and Leiter and tells them where they can go and find Leiter, and double crosses him. So he's a good guy. I miss him. You never see him around anymore. So I've only read the original Frank Herbert books. Okay, so I read House Atreides and House Harkonnen, and there was another one. I think it was House Reese. I can't remember how they pronounce it, but I think I read those. I didn't read anything after that. So, spoilers, low-key. Well, License to Kill's been out forever. So, if you haven't seen it yet, that's not my fault. It's been out for like over 20 years. 90s action movie. $1 million is a hell of a chunk of dough. Yeah, 1 million is a hell of a chunk of dough. You're sitting there smoking that cigar and you're like, oh, you maniacal, evil son of a bitch. He plays a good villain. He does. He plays a good guy, too. I've only read the 6 by Herbert, not the sequels written by his son. You know, the guy who plays Leto in the original movie is in, I think he's in Puff the Magic Dragon. At least I think he is. There's this dragon movie from back in the day. It was a Disney movie. If anybody knows the name of this damn movie, isn't it Puff the Magic Dragon? I think it's Puff the Magic Dragon. There might be another name for it, and I'm just losing what's left of my mind. It's too early to remember the name of shit from when I was a kid, but I was pretty sure it was Puff the Magic Dragon. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones, man. Dude, you know what? I saw something. I think it was yesterday. It might have been the day before. It was like, from now on, he's going to be like God's voice, God's announcer. I was like, holy crap, that's beautiful. You would think that too with the voice he had. Such a great actor, man. Pete's Dragon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pete's Dragon. That's what it was. It was Pete's dragon. Yeah, he's one of the council or one of the ministers or whatever. He's on the Hall of Justice. Yeah, he's one of those dudes. One of the head judges. So Pete's dragon. That's what it was. Thank you guys very much. It was Pete's dragon. I'm like Puff the Magic Dragon. You tell them where my mind is. Dalton's Bond films were really good. I liked them, dude. I really liked both of them. So I thought they were both good. I don't think they ever really gave them a chance. And they made mountains out of a molehill about License to Kill. They really did. Oh, it's too violent. Oh, it's too bloody. Oh, it's too this. Oh, it's too that. They did something hardcore. What's wrong with that? My kid can't watch it. My kid's used to watching this. Your kid's watching a movie about a secret agent that beds a whole bunch of women and kills people. Yes, that is what he does. He is a secret agent, assassin that likes to sleep with a whole bunch of women. So, did I watch Bond growing up? You're damn straight I did. I watched From Russia with Love, Goldfinger. I think Goldfinger was the first movie I remember, but man, there was a bunch of good movies. But I got to watch stuff that most kids didn't get to watch. I saw Aliens in the theater when I was a kid. I thought it was great. I thought it was action-packed. It was like Marines. I grew up around that stuff. So I grew up around Navy and Marines and all that. I grew up in a military family. So I thought it was just like, they're going to war. It's like playing war. Or Sean Connery. Mr. Sean Connery. Why don't y'all come over here, Moneypenny, and we'll get to know you better. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's get on. We've spent 20 minutes jibber jabbering about everything, and so I'm doom scrolling. Apparently, that's what it's called now. I had no idea that's what it was called. I was doom scrolling yesterday before I went to bed. I'm sitting there and I've got my foot up and I've got my bone stem going and it's doing its thing. I got to sit there for like 30 minutes with my foot up with this device wrapped around my foot that's supposed to like send electromagnetic stuff to regrow my bone because of where the break was. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking, and damn if I didn't see nothing but two things going on the internet last night. The debate. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not I know who I'm going to vote for. So it's like not even, to me, it's like not even worth it to watch it. But Loki, you got to support this guy, or you got to do this, or you got to do that. Look, I'm like not, I know who I'm going to vote for. I'm not even worried about any of that. That's my text up. The bone stem thing. I don't know how long it's been, how long it was approved, how long ago, whatever. I just know when I broke it. So I broke my 5th metatarsal. Make sure I say that right, tarsal, because I said something else before and it wasn't right. And where I broke it was towards the ball of my foot. So I snapped it like a damn twig. And because of how your weight goes on your foot, that's like horrible. So usually you'd be in crutches for, 12 weeks or whatever before you can put any weight on it. This helps regrow the bone and the muscle around it quicker if there's any tears. So they actually brought it out to the house. It's not like something I could take home from the doctor or go pick up at a store. They brought that out to the house and showed me how to use it and said, okay, it's got this many uses, so don't, screw around with it. Just put it over your foot, turn it on, and you just keep your foot up and you sit and chill for 30 minutes. Don't move around, don't walk, don't do anything like that. I've never met a tarsal I didn't like, right? Right. You pulled quite the stunt with that fracture. Oh yeah, it was fun. It was absolutely positively great. I walked around a box. That's all I did was walk around a box. I wasn't goofing around. I wasn't playing basketball. I wasn't doing nothing. It was the last thing you would think would happen was I went to maneuver around a box. And when I went to go around it, I felt my ankle start to twist on its side. I was going to roll my ankle and I shifted my weight. So that didn't happen. And all my weight went on that right side of my foot, and you just heard it snap. And I was like, shit. And Eris was like, was that your foot? And I was like, yeah, that was my foot. She goes, did you break it? And I said, I don't think so. It doesn't hurt. By that night, obviously, it was swollen. And by the next day, I had a blue spot on the bottom of it. I was like, I'm going to go to the emergency room. So, yeah, fun times. Anyway, so I'm doom scrolling last night. I'm like looking, Trump, Kamala. Star Wars theory, guy in a metal bikini, and that's all that was in my feed. That's all that was in my feed. I'm like, God, I gotta figure out what I'm doing here, because it's like Kamala, Trump, Star Wars theory, metal bikini guy. And I'm just like, damn, dude, does anybody know what day tomorrow is? Has anybody even thought about it? And I don't know if you have or not. And you might be pissed at me for bringing it up. You might be like, Loki, why did you remind us? What day? It's September 11th today. 23 years ago, people were coming together and hugging each other and saying, God bless America and American values, and together. Didn't matter what side you were on. Didn't matter what the hell, how you grew up. We came together as a people. And we said, hell yeah, everybody had a damn flag on their car. Patriotism was through the roof. People were proud to be Americans. And now it's like, ew, America. Why? What the hell happened? Hephaestus with a 10-pound super chat says, I had kidney stones, turned into chunks of Alderan on Monday, so no drinking for a while. Put my beer money to good use, Mr. Stonelock. Thank you, brother. Thank you, and please tell your wife thank you. Both of y'all, thank you very much, bro. Seriously. You guys keep the fires burning bright. Not just the lights on, not just the... Thank you guys so very much. I don't know what I don't know what I did to deserve so many good people in here each morning, hanging out, talking. All you guys, thank you very much. And brother, this one is just for you. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
I didn't want to mention 9/11 until you did, Loki. I've taken the entire day off work because of today. Have you ever heard Mike talk about 9/11? Have you ever heard anybody, like in person? Yeah, we've all heard shit on the TV. But have you heard someone talking about what it was like being there? What it was like in New York? And I start to get those images flashing back in my mind. Thank you, brother. Seriously. Thank you, bro. We're here because you are awesome and clever and funny. I try. God help me. I try. Machni, brother. Absolutely. And I didn't want to start the show because I wanted to kind of get into this and get you guys kind of an idea where I'm going, look at how much just, I mean, vile bullshit is out there right now. And look at how close we came to just unifying everything, putting our differences aside. I don't ever want to hear anyone ever talk about how they're doing these things to bring people together. We were together. We were more together than I think we've been in generations since World War II. I think that is as close as the country's ever been together since World War II, was in 9/11. And look at where we're at now. We're at each other's throats. We're trying to gouge each other's eyes out. Not just politics, left, right, all of it. Your ideals, you need to force your ideals on other people. That's horseshit. This whole thing from the metal bikini guy about not Makini, but the bikini guy. This whole thing with them trying to cancel people and remove them. Hey, let's just get rid of them. Let's just get rid of them, and then they can't say anything, and it'll be just us here saying something. I have heard those words before from some crazy maniacal sons of bitches that thought they should be in charge of everything. You don't represent us well. I think I need to come in and be the one to be in charge. Heavy wears the crown. I tell you what, that's why I don't ever want to be like, I don't. Because God help me, as many people out there, I'd rather work with the close people I work with. I'd rather work with culture. I'd rather work with Mark, the Infinitely Tired, Arwen, Dave, Bob, Zero, all the good people out there that aren't out there to just take advantage of you and make a buck off of you. I would rather work with them than work with any of these other people. Punk Waddle, I want to tell you something. Those guys over at the Cotton Connection, some really good guys. Punk Waddle and Floral, Snowdub, that Shellback guy with the well, no, that's the Dicky guy. That's not Shellback, but all of them, all the guys and girls over there, absolutely wonderful. Jester's Darth Darlena over at Death Back to Daryl the Derelict. There's so many good people out there that don't just have their own interest at heart. I want to tell you another one, and that's Jay, Drunk. People can say whatever they want to. I don't really give a shit what other people want to think. Jay is a straight up guy, straight shooter, doesn't screw around. He's not out to screw anybody over, to make a whole bunch of money. He's just doing what he does, and he's successful at it. If you've got to be jealous over that, what the hell? You know, I find, yeah, Lady Aaron Deeb, what is up? Jay's the best of us. Jay is such a good guy with such a crazy reputation too, because it's like people in this sphere talk. I didn't really know what I was getting into when I got here, but there's some crazy ass people that talk a crazy amount of shit. Why? Because they want attention. And they want your attention. And they want anybody's attention they can get. And spreading rumors about other people do that shit all the time. So you hear these crazy rumors about some people. And I've just got to say, anything you've heard about Jay, take it with a grain of salt unless it's a good thing. Unless it's him caring about somebody or reaching out to somebody or trying to help somebody or fighting for somebody. I would take anything anybody says negatively about Jay with a grain of salt. Because he's such a good guy. Loki, why are you like kissing him? Dude, there ain't no kissing up. I'll tell you another good guy is this guy right here. I don't know, is it over there? I don't know, because everything's mirrored. Is it there? Is it there? Captain Pandem Nerd, good guy. Had a great morning show. Great guy, fun guy to be around. There's a bunch of us out there that just want to we want to say something. It's like high school, middle school all over again. Dude, I'm not kidding. All those people that thought like we're the elite of high school, they just came over here and just I was that dude that hung out kind of with everybody. I was always, and I'm still that way. If you'll notice, dude, I can walk into someone's channel that hates somebody else and be like, Loki, what's up, dude? I'm like, what's up, man? And then I'll be on the other channel. Well, Loki, what's up, dude? Because I don't subscribe to any of that shit. I don't. Okay? There's a lot of like knives out drama bullshit that happens around here. And I don't subscribe to any of it. I try and stay out of all of it. Was I always like that? No, absolutely not. But it's junior high politics all over again, really. Yes, it is. But you can choose to stay out of it. How do you know that, Loki? Because I do it. Yeah, but Loki, you've got like, 6,000 subscribers, and you've got, how many people do we have in here right now? We've got 63 people watching, 64, maybe 66 with Rumble. I don't know how many people are on Rumble right now, but you've only got that many people, so you can't deal with all. No, it's the exact same shit. Go look at what Theory's dealing with. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. With people that are just, they're jelly. They're jelly. They want what you have. They covet what other people have, and they have to have it. And it's the same shit going on in politics and everything else. And you know what? It's just like, when did we become so fucking greedy that we didn't care about our neighbor at all? That we don't give a shit about what's going on? I saw the cops pull up the other day. So I saw the cops pull up out like right by the house. And I open the door and I walk out. And there's this, the neighbor's kid got dropped off and there was nobody home. And someone called the cops. And they were going to take the girl away. And I was like, I walked up and I was talking to him. And he's like, do you know her? Is she yours? I'm like, no, but she's my neighbor's. And I was sitting there talking to the cops. And I talked to him for like 10 minutes until her grandmother pulled up in her car. And she, she gets out and she sounds like Mexican Iron Man's mom. Oh, mamacita, blah, 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 blah. And just like, I can't speak Spanish that fast, but that's exactly what she is. And she was talking to a little girl. And I know, right? Because that used to happen to us all the time. We just get dropped off. How many of y'all had a key to your parents' house when you were a kid and you just and let yourself in the door and went in the house? How many of you? If my mom wasn't home, then that's the only way I was getting in. So I sat there and talked to her until she pulled up. So I gave him time. I was stalling for time, hoping. I hope you're around the corner, and I hope you know that your granddaughter's sitting here waiting for you, because I'm buying you time, lady. Hurry this shit up. People don't think about that nowadays. And she pulled up and she apologized to the officer, and he's like, okay, I just want to make sure, but he could have just picked her up and taken her. And should he have? Did I do harm by doing that? No, because this little girl's happy. She runs around. She's happy. She's playing. She's, hola, hola, hello, hello, little one. And, from everything I've seen, she looks like she's in a good place. And hopefully that keeps her in a good place. Maybe I did a good deed. I don't know. But people don't think about shit like that now. It's all like, I'm going to call and get you in trouble. When did we become like a society of narcs that just want to hurt people? When did we go from this unified society in 2001, when we all came together and we were all unified And that brought us all together. And shit, Democrat, Republican, it didn't matter. They were standing there hand in hand singing God Bless America. And were some of them lying? I'm sure some of them were. Did some of them not mean a damn word of it? I'm sure some of them did. But you know what? We meant it. They cannot mean it all they want to. We meant it. The people. Your neighbor meant it. When they put their American flag out. Now you've got people threatening to sue people for having an American flag in their front yard. And we're actually like okay with this as a society. I'm sure we're like 50-50 split somewhere down the line. Oh yeah, sure, throw an American flag out. Oh, no, don't throw an American flag out because that's isms. Ugh. They all lied. Putin's cat. They all lied. So this morning thing, one of the reasons why I try and stay positive and I try and make you guys laugh and I try and do some of the shit that was dudes, and this guy does it too. This guy, Punk Waddle, with his positive ponderances. It's because we've got to claw out of this hole that we're in. We've got to. Loki Gina said something about this and was fired. That's right. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that punk-ass bitch, Mark Hamill, running his mouth constantly? And it's like, yeah, you're cool. Say whatever you want, Mark. Show pictures of the grandkid you don't give a shit about. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Mark. Do whatever. Gina says one thing about, the government turning people against each other. And it's not even our government she was talking about. She was talking about somebody else's government. She was talking about a government that went batshit crazy. Yeah, sure. Turn your neighbors against one another. See how well that works out for you. And what happened? What happened? She got fired for it. She got let go. She got dropped. She got bombed. Which is absolute total bullshit. No, he hasn't. But what happened to that people coming together? Do we have to have another giant tragedy? Is that what we have to have? Because you know what? As I sit here and I think about it and think about like Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor pushed us into World War II. It made us actually get off our asses and do something. The American people said, no, we don't want to go to war. This is their problem. Let them deal with it. That's what the American people said. And then we were attacked by the Japanese in Pearl Harbor. And people suddenly shifted their opinion really quick overnight. Yeah, let's fight. They attacked us. They stabbed us in the back and they attacked us. While we talked peace, they created war. Screw them, let's go get them and show them what's up. And that's exactly what we did. That used to be the American way. Hey, we want peace. We want peace. We do not want to fight you. Come to the table, talk. And they came to the table, and while they were at the table talking peace, they had a knife behind their back, and they were ready to stab us in the back. You want to know why people were so pissed and why they changed their minds overnight? That's why they changed their minds overnight. And that brought us, everybody together as a people. That brought everybody in the U.S. together. And then, and then 9/11 happens. And innocent people, not military people this time. Not military, not the guys on those ships that died fighting to survive, who are still entombed in those ships underwater. May they always rest in peace. But civilians in a building. I didn't do anything to anybody. They just worked at the stock market. And some crazy guys went and took over a plane and crashed planes into a building. Now, there are people that will deny that and say, oh, it didn't happen, or, oh, look at this trajectory, or blah, 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 blah. Unless you were there, I wouldn't be talking so much shit. And that brought everybody together. And look at where we're at now. We are at each other's throats, and that's exactly the way they want it. That's exactly the way they want it. What do you think? And they're not the only ones, because this is happening all over. This is happening in corporations. This is happening with fandom. This is happening in real life. This is happening everywhere right now. Everybody's at each other's throats, not just politics. It's not, because they've infiltrated everything. Why do you think the government is involved in video games now? Why do you think the government and Hollywood are involved with video games right now? Because they want to push their bullshit into everything. They want that divide in everything. You know, the head of, I think it was Dustborn. It was either Dustborn or Concord. Came out and said, unless you play our games, you're not going to have any games to play. I've got a giant back catalog, bitch. I have a huge back catalog of video games and stuff that I can go and play, that I don't have to play shit that comes out. I don't have to play a new game for the rest of my life if I don't want to. Because I've got a whole catalog of games I can go back and play. I don't have to worry about your dingleberry bullshit. It's that simple. That's not how I was raised. Jules, 25. It's not how I was raised either. If you had a disagreement with somebody, you either worked it out or that was it. You walked away. Did some people get in fights? Sure, especially teenagers. I got in fights all the time, but especially being one of the biggest people, there was a yeah, let's go. It was like a test. I was like, okay, you want to go? You want a shot at the title? It's been trying to censor media forever. Yes. Dak Poet. They've been trying to censor the media forever. Now they have the ability to do that. Why? Because the corporations are eating out of their hands. The corporations, we will save you. The government will save you and keep you in business as long as you do what we want you to do. Look at the shit Elon's going through right now with Twitter. Twitter's going to be fine. But look at the shit Elon's going, because he won't bend the knee. As soon as he was like, no, I ain't bending the knee, they were like, advertisers, gone. You'll get them back when you bend the knee. Who do you think is in charge of all that? It's all politics. It's all BS. It's all politics, and he knows it. My Atari, NES, Genesis, SNES, and N64 have never betrayed me. There you go. There you go. Yeah, yes, Old Gamer 72 Colas. Yes, they were. Why did they do that? Because there was a big stink about communism back in the day. One of the I can't remember the name of the movie. It's got the guy, but it's got Bryan Cranston in it from Breaking Bad. But it's about the guy who wrote Sparta. The movie Sparta, right? And how him and his buddies, who were communists, they were socialists, were exiled from Hollywood, and they weren't allowed to work. And under a pen name, he wrote Sparta because he wrote some really great shit. He wrote some really great movies, and they slid it in there. And there's some shit in the movie with John Wayne, like trying to get rid of him and all kinds of shit. I have no problem with someone who thinks differently than I am writing a movie, penning a book, having the beliefs that they do. But don't damn me for the beliefs that I have. This is supposed to be a country of opportunity. It's supposed to be a country of freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of voice, freedom of religion. We've got all these things, right? We have the keys to the magic kingdom. We have the keys to the magic kingdom. We have the freedom to do all this stuff. And do you know what people are voting for? Not to have the freedom and to be told what to do. We're going to tell you what is acceptable to say. We're going to tell you what is acceptable to do. We're going to tell you how you have to take these shots and do this and do that. And people are just eating it up because they think if I'm a good little puppy and I do everything mommy and daddy tell me to, I'll get a treat. You know what else you get a treat for? Doggy style. That's what you get a treat for. And I know some people out there right now are going, Loki, you sick, twisted fuck. Well, you know what? So much the better. Trumbo. Thank you, Mary. That's it right there. Trumbo. Trumbo. That's the name of the movie. I could care less what you want to believe in. But don't shit on what I believe in. If you believe in God, that's great. I am so happy for you. If you don't, that's your choice. I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I was baptized. I didn't always. There was a time when I was like, you know what? You guys are, and this was church, not God. You guys are absolute dog shit to do some shit like this because it was some messed up stuff. It was some really messed up stuff. They made some kids believe that if they didn't get their parents to come to church, that their parents were going to burn in hell. I absolutely couldn't stand that shit. When I heard it, I was like, what the hell? And I went to my pastor and I said, I just heard this. What in the hell is going on? And well, is she wrong? And I was like, this is the guy who baptized me. This is the guy who saved me. This is the guy that brought me closer to God. I said, my Sunday school teacher just told these two kids that if they don't get their parents to come to church, that their parents are going to burn in hell. Her exact words were, you know where they're going to go if you don't get them to come. And I went, oh, you just put that on these kids. Some people can look at it differently. Some people might be like, Logan, that's not really, no, because I was still close to that age. I think I was like 5 years older than these kids. These kids, I think I was 16 and these kids were 11. And that screwed me up. That really screwed me up. And I was like, if these are the people that are supposed to be representing God, and they're the ones, and it made me ask a lot of questions. And I went down some rabbit holes and I had to figure some shit out. But what I figured out was I still believe in God. I still believe in Jesus. I just don't trust organized religion. I don't. God preached from the mountain. God preached from a hill. Jesus Christ went on serving on the mound. He didn't need a house. He didn't need a church. He wasn't tithing when he did his sermon. So there's some things I agree with and some things I don't. You should never be made to feel bad because of somebody else's choice, ever. That's their choice. It's not your choice. You want to be a good person. You want to be a good person in your heart. That's up to you. You're not in charge of somebody else's destiny, and no one should put you in charge. No one should make you feel like it's your fault if they don't come in and get saved. No, that's horseshit. I don't believe that. I think I mentioned this, but First Amendment gives you the right to stand on a street corner and scream, but does not guarantee that your tweets will be preserved on a server forever. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Wow, that's not right. The man is the head of the household. They should have spoken with him. Their parents didn't. They were two Vietnamese kids. Their parents didn't come to church. They came to church because they had friends that were going to church, and their parents let them go to church. But their parents didn't, and they didn't want to. So, do I have a hatred for all churches? No. But we've seen shit that's gone on. We have seen shit that's gone on. It's not all sunshine and roses. And if you want people to come in and you want them to trust you, you got to treat them better than this. You got to treat them. You got to treat them with respect and love and care. You can't make them feel like, oh well, because your mom and dad didn't come in, they're gonna burn in hell. It's on you. You got to get them to come in. Hell no. You don't tell that to two 11-year-old kids. You do not tell that to two 11-year-old kids. And I'm not saying all churches is bad. For anybody who's like, Loki, why are you dunking on churches? I'm not. There's some churches out there that are really good. I just don't trust it to turn and twist into something because one equation changes. And when you've got a head pastor and something happens and that dynamic changes, everything can change because suddenly the whole power structure in a church changes. I don't like the idea of that. I really don't. I was raised a Christian growing up, but my parents left the church and no longer practice. Over the years, I became an agnostic. I hate organized religion. I think you should be able to if you want to worship, what's that shit that one dude, Baphomet, whatever, that's your choice. As long as you don't push that shit on me, you can go do whatever you want to. That is why we live in a country of freedom, so that you have the opportunity to do that. What I can't stand is this whole, you're going to do this or else. You're going to become one of us or else. Or else what? What are you going to do? Well, we'll silence you on this. We'll take away your job. We'll point fingers at you and say you did these things. I can't stand this shit. I can't stand this cancel culture shit. And I thought, maybe I was just too young at the time. I mean, I was 21 years old. Maybe the problem is that I really thought we were going to come together and work together after that shit. And we did for a while, even though the people on top never had any intention of it staying that way. Thank you, Cotton. Maybe I was just such a fool to think that could happen. I like to think that I wasn't, though, and that's possible. We were closer than we've ever been in my entire lifetime to being together, to working together. Everybody was flying their American flag. Everybody was trying to work together. Were people pissed? Oh yeah, they were pissed. You came into our hometown and you shit on our floor. You killed a whole bunch of innocent people that never did anything to deserve it. Human beings. I don't give a shit about the buildings. Oh, the towers aren't there anymore, and that's no. All those people, the people that were jumping out of windows and the people that got burned and all that shit. We were supposed to come together for them. For all those people that died. The Let's Roll guy. Anybody remember him? Let's Roll. He got on a cell phone on a plane. He was able to make a call. And he told the 911 operator, you need to tell my wife this is what I'm going to go do. And we're not going to let this plane hit a building. And what did they do? They stormed the front of the fucking jet. He said, let's roll. And they went and did it. And they died. And this is where we're at again. I don't want to leave it on a downer. I really don't. I don't want to leave the show on a downer. Heroes. All the firemen in New York that ran into that building. All the first responders. All the people that died. All the people that didn't make it. And this is where we're at. This is what we learned from it. You know, there were Air Force pilots in the air that didn't have any weapons on their plane. Can you imagine that? Air Force pilots that didn't have any weapons on their planes, begging to be allowed to ram a plane so that it didn't go into another building. Mary knows what's up. I don't want to end the show on a downer. I really don't. I'm sorry if it bummed you out. I just don't know how we got here from there. And I thought someone should ask that question. Someone should ask the question, how the hell we got here from there. So, love to you all. Those who know me know that I mean it. Okay, back to AFK. Thank you, Adega. Thank you, Mary. And we will end the show on Dragonfire. Guys, take care. Have a great Wednesday. I'll be back later today over on that gameplay, hanging out with Culture and Jonas and all those crazy fools over there. Until then, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you later.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.